One of the most interesting possibilities, immigration possibilities, that is relatively unknown to majority of people is Singapore Entrepreneur Pass, or more popularly called EntrePass. In fact, talking of EntrePass, do not forget to visit our website entrepass.com. That will provide you all the information on this highly you know, advantageous program for those who do meet the requirement. And requirements are relatively quite simple. The requirements mostly expect a person to have a business background, or a successful business background, and also requires even those who have worked in very senior executive capacities, having managed businesses or having managed corporations, companies, they can also apply for the Entrepreneur Pass. And typically this Entrepreneur Pass permits you to live and work and do business in Singapore. This is essentially kind of an employment pass. What you do is you make a company, and that particular company appoints you as one of its senior executives, who will then go ahead and work and then do business in Singapore, and in the process run that particular business in Singapore. So it gives you a right to manage that company, and for that purpose the visa is given to you. You can also apply for EntrePass first and incorporate the company later. Both the options are available to you. And typically after you know, the grant of the visa, you could go and settle down there with your families and start doing the business. And after a while, 1 to 2 years time, and if you meet certain requirements in terms of the number of locals that you are required to employ, and the nature of business that you are conducting, and a combination of turnover, so turnover, number of employees, and the nature of business that you are conducting, a combination of all these three, if you meet, you can even apply for a Singapore residency visa, and you get a Singapore residency also. It could be quite quick for those who meet the requirements. Maybe in a year's time itself you could apply for Singapore residency, and by the end of year 2 you could become a Singapore resident if you are meeting the qualification. Even those who do not typically meet the requirement of you know, in terms of the number of employees, or in terms of turnovers, or in terms of size of business, or in terms of nature of business, they might have started a business in Singapore after their EntrePass is approved, but they might not have been able to take it to a certain size where they can apply for residency. They can still continue to apply for extension of employment pass, resulting in a situation where you continue to run your business successfully and continue to be having a legitimate right to do the business legitimately in Singapore. For those who really speaking are interested in this particular proposition, this is among the most you know, interesting propositions for one to start business. Do not forget that Singapore forms a hub of you know, financial and related services in whole of Asia and the ASEAN region. It is a highly popular tourist destination, and it's got a very young population. It's really speaking protects the rights of those who live in there. And all said and done, this is and you're just 5.5 hours away of flying distance from majority of Indian cities and Asian countries. So this is an excellent proposition, and do not forget that majority of Indians would have already seen Singapore. So you have seen Singapore, you know about the country, you know about its people. There is a large Indian community either already permanently settled or working there, and then you have a business plan that you know will succeed. It can be into manufacturing, it can do services, it can be into hospitality, it can be into finance, it can be into financial services, so it can be into IT. So if you can structure in a business plan that relates to any of these areas, and still there are many more priority areas, then Singapore is an ideal destination to start your business in. and through EntrePass you can look at becoming a Singapore resident in a very short span of time.